I was celebrating my birthday and I decided I'm gonna pamper myself and go get my nails done. And so I went to the nail salon, and while I'm getting my nails done, I was like, you know what? We've been quarantined for quite some time. Why don't I ask them to wax my eyebrows? I'm going somewhere with this, but here, listen. So I asked them to wax my eyebrows. And the lady, I asked a specific person to do it, and the lady that was doing my nails was like, oh, I'll do it for you. And I was like, okay, I mean, how hard can it be? It's just waxing some eyebrows, right? And so she goes and gets it. I'm sitting in my pedicure chair, so you just barely put your head back, real awkwardly. And she goes for my lip first. And I was like, oh, I apparently needed that too. Thank you for seeing my blind spot. I appreciate you. And so you can't do like half a lip. You have to do the other half too. And I was like, okay, go ahead. And then she does my eyebrows. And then after she does both my eyebrows, it gets real silent. And you kind of open your eyes and you're like, what's going on? And she goes, uh-oh. What? Excuse me? What's an uh-oh about? And I learned that's a universal word that means the same thing. Like, oh no, this is bad. And so I freak out. And so I close my eyes. She pulls out her tweezers and she just starts tweezing away. And she's going at one eye. And I was like, ma'am, is everything okay? She goes, your eyebrows are uneven, but don't worry, I'll fix it. And I was like, it's kind of your fault they're uneven. What's happening? So I closed my eyes. I'm freaking out on the inside. And I went to hair school for a short minute. And it's a whole other story for a different day, but I learned in hair school it's very hard to cut your hair straight across. And that's why most people have a haircut shorter and shorter, and it gets worse and worse, right? And so I'm afraid this is what's happening to my eyebrows. You're taking a little off this side, and then you go to the other side, and then you realize, oh man, now I've gone too far on this side. So I don't know if I'm gonna have eyebrows by the end of this. And so I'm thinking, can I tattoo them? I'm gonna YouTube this. What can I do, right, to fix this? And so after she finishes my eyebrows, she goes, I think I've redeemed it. And I'm like, thank you. She goes, but hold on, one more thing. I'm like, oh Lord, what is it? She waxes my chin next. I was like, I have been in quarantine for far too long if I have this many blind spots. So I have a whole new waxed face, and I'm doing fine. And I leave, and I am now spinning a spiral downhill. Everyone's gonna notice my eyebrows, which I all know you're all looking at them now. There's a beautiful makeup artist that helped me make them great. But beside the point, all I could think about was negative thoughts about myself. And I was so tied into that word, uh-oh, I screwed up. Someone screwed me up, right? And I called my mom, and I sent her a picture first. I was like, how bad is it? And she didn't know what I was talking about. So she calls, she's like, what happened? I tell her the whole story. I tell her the uh-oh phrase. She laughs, she says, we can redeem this. We can do it. You look beautiful, it's gonna be fine. And the whole reason I tell you that story is because I think oftentimes we stop at the enemy's uh-ohs. And somebody says something to us, and we start spiraling out of control in our minds with one person's uh-oh, one person's mistake, one person's, oh no, I'm gonna, this, or one person's negative comment, and we never take the time to find that trusted source that says, oh no, that's not who you really are. Whether it be the Word of God, whether it be the voice of God, whether it be a mentor, a mom, a friend, whatever it is, we don't stop to call and say, is this really who God says I am? Right. And I think that is where we find ourselves in so many identity crises because we end at uh-oh, and we just become that person. We walk with a crutch. We walk with a awareness. We'll say something like, hey, I know my eyebrows are bad. You're probably looking at them. And the person's like, I didn't even think about your eyebrows till you said it, right? And it's just that one thing. And so when I think we talk about the image of God, of who we are, we win and we lose this battle in our minds.
Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe today and you'll never miss a new upload. Thanks for being a part of our Better Together community.